Welcome to Tokyosaurus. Here we have yet another Japanese character inspiration video, and this time we'll be taking a look at Dame Dedtime from Yokai Watch 2. Dame Dedtime is the main antagonist in Yokai Watch 2 and the first Yokai Watch movie. So this might contain some spoilers for those of you who haven't finished Yokai Watch 2 yet. The Yokai Watch medallion states that she was once a fair-faced young maiden. She spent most of her life behind bars for a crime she didn't commit, and now she robs humans of their happiness, just as she was once robbed of hers. Dedtime looks like a large elderly woman with grayish wrinkled skin. Her hair is styled in a Japanese courtesan way, and she wears a black hayori. After she becomes Dame Demona, her body becomes like a serpent, and her eyes turn beast-like. Her hair basically explodes out of the neat courtesan-tied form and goes into all-out crazy mode. Dedtime does not understand the bond between humans and yokai, which led to her motivation in preventing the creation of the Yokai Watch 60 years ago. Her special ability robs humans of their positive feelings, and her goal is to remove all time from humans and destroy them in the process. So, where is this crazy woman inspired from? Her Japanese name is basically a pun that means to take away or steal time, which doesn't really tell us much as there is no yokai that can steal time or able to manipulate time. But there is one yokai that has a very similar appearance to Dame Dedtime, and that yokai is Onibaba. Onibaba has the appearance of an old woman, but she is a yokai that feasts on humans. She has many other names such as Demon Hag, Old Hag, or Mountain Woman, but we'll call her Onibaba in this video. Her story is very similar to that of Dame Dedtime's backstory, as they were both unjustly robbed of their life, which caused them to become a yokai. And her story goes like this. There was once a baby girl from a wealthy family in Kyoto. Although she was already 5 years old and otherwise pretty happy and healthy, she wasn't able to utter a single sound since she was born. The family gradually got worried and became desperate after they have consulted doctor after doctor with no success. They eventually came upon a fortune teller who told them that the cure was to feed the girl the fresh liver of a living fetus. This horrible task was then given to their nanny, who set off on a search to find the living fetus. The nanny had no choice but to obey the powerful family, as disobedience only led to certain death. Before she left for the journey, she gave her own newborn baby an amulet for protection. She traveled far across the lands to eventually land in a cave where she waited for pregnant travelers to pass by. Years passed by before she finally found a pregnant woman walked into the cave. She immediately jumped the woman and took her baby fetus's liver. But as she was cleaning the body up, she found something very familiar. She realized that the woman was wearing the same amulet she gave her daughter years ago. It was then she realized she has just killed her own daughter and her unborn grandchild. She immediately became insane from this realization and became Onibaba. From that day onwards, she attacked and ate whoever passed by the cave. Another story about Onibaba begins with a young boy that is training to become a priest at a temple. One day, he begs his temple master to let him go chestnut hunting in the forest, which his master refused at first, stating that the woods were too dangerous at night and a horrible monster lives there. The boy refuses to believe the priest and insists to go. The priest eventually lets him go but gives him 3 magical prayer charms to defend himself. The boy spends the entire day gathering chestnuts in the forest and ventures deep into the forest. Before he knew it, it was night and eventually stumbles into a little small cottage where he meets a kind old woman who offers to let him stay the night if he shares some of the chestnuts with her. The boy accepts and shares some of the chestnuts and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, the boy wakes up to a strange noise he heard outside his room. Being the curious boy he was, he slowly opened the door to see what was going on outside. And to his horror, he saw the old woman sharpening the largest carving knife he has ever seen, as well as a bunch of scattered human bones all across the floor. The woman turns around and reveals a demonic face with horns and a long tongue, and yells to the boy that she will eat him. The boy begs to the grandma to let him use the toilet before she does. She lets him do it, but taking no chances, she ties a rope around him so he cannot escape. When the boy was in the bathroom, he quickly unties the ropes and pulls out his prayer tokens. He wishes on the first one that it will help him get away. The grandma then asks if the boy is done yet, and the charm answers for him, "Not yet," while the boy slipped out of the window and ran outside. The grandma sensed something was wrong after a while and opened the door and saw the boy has ran away. Onibaba was then enraged and starts to chase after the boy with demonic speed. The boy uses his second charm to create a raging river that blocks Onibaba from catching up to him, and he escapes a second time. Onibaba, being the wicked demon she is, drinks the entire river and continues to chase the boy. When she catches up to him, the boy calls upon an ocean of fire to surround the witch. The witch releases the entire river she drank earlier to take out the flames and continues the chase. The boy reaches the temple in time and runs to the temple master. The temple master hides the boy in one of his large pots, and then Onibaba bursts into the temple and demands that the priest hand over the boy or she will eat them both. The priest then tells her there is no boy here, and instead offers her a magic contest, and if she is able to defeat him, he will let her eat him instead. Seeing that there is absolutely no way for a mere priest to beat her in a contest of magic, she agrees to the contest. The priest asks her how big she can grow, and she instantly grows as tall as a mountain. He pretends to be impressed with her size and asks if she can shrink down to the size of a bean. Onibaba immediately shrinks down to the size of a bean, which then the priest picks up a mochi ball and stuffs the bean-sized Onibaba right into it. He then throws it into his mouth and eats the entire bean mochi in one bite. And that is how you defeat an all-powerful Onibaba without using any magic at all. The name Onibaba nowadays is often used to refer to old spiteful women instead of the yokai from the folklore. If you watched Spirited Away before, there's also an Onibaba inspired character in there that looks very similar to Dame Dedtime, and it is no mistake that their appearances look quite alike. Anyways, what did you think of Dame Dedtime's yokai inspiration? Did you like the stories? Let us know in the comments below. And also, who do you want to see next on Tokyosaurus? Let us know in the comments below as well. Follow Tokyosaurus on Twitter and Facebook for our updates on our newest videos and Japan-related tweets. Like the video if you want more like this, and subscribe so you can get the latest videos right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.